How's it going, folks? This is Wayne R back with another technique lesson today. One of the most frequent questions I get asked is about strumming. You know, how do you link the strumming to chords and how do you add it into songs? And I think the common answer is I think people try to run before they can walk. You know, a lot of people, they'll learn a handful of chords. They want to learn a song that's got those chords in and they want to put it all together straight away, you know, being able to do chord changes and strumming. And as a beginner, that's probably one of the most difficult things. It's like the rubbing your belly and patting your head scenario. So a good way to get around that is by breaking the pattern down and doing it away from a song. So this tutorial, I'm just going to look at two very common patterns that I use in a 4/4 timing in a lot of my songs. And I'm going to show you how to sort of go about it, getting those patterns nailed. So we'll get to that in a moment. Thanks to everyone who's subscribed. Thanks for your continued support. Now, if you are subscribing and you haven't done already, further way you could help me out is by hitting that little notification bell down there. The Patreon thing, if you're into the regular stuff that I do with all the songs. Now, all the chords, lyrics and strumming patterns are all posted up on my Patreon page. I've got everything up from the past sort of almost 3 years now, and there's also some technique lessons up there as well, stuff to coincide with that. So there's a link to that in the comments, also a link in the description. I've got the super thanks link if you'd like to click on that and make a small donation. Again, very much appreciated. And if you want to, please go over and give me a like on social media. So I'm Wayne R Guitar on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and now also TikTok, as you always say. I'm trying to get down with the kids. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling. Without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, so I'm going to show you a couple of sort of well-known strumming patterns that I use on loads of my tutorials, but we're going to take it completely away from the song. You know, just to start off with, just do it on, break it down and do it on single chords and then maybe build up to some chord changes, okay? Now, all these patterns are in 4/4 timing, so I think the most important thing is to be able to get an up and down, what I call a straight strum. Now, if we count a bar of 4, that's got obviously 4 beats in. It will be a 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so if we're bringing the upstrokes in, it would be a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and I think it is really useful if you sort of clap the patterns, you know, getting that 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and it gets it in your head and you can sort of, transfer that over to the guitar. Okay, so if we take any chord will do really, but if we do an E chord, so we're going to do that straight pattern on the guitar. So it'll be a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you can hear that 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So we're just keeping it nice and solid, keeping that around the bar. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay. So once you get that nailed down, like I say, it's a straight pattern, but if you're a beginner, it's an essential pattern to sort of get down. Let's try that over a couple of chord changes. So let's go from an E to an A to a D, back to an A, and then we'll go back to an E again. So let's do 1 bar per chord. So what we get is a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So once you get that nailed, then we can start, messing around with the strumming patterns, taking some of the strokes away and, giving it a little bit more rhythm. So the first pattern that I'm going to show you, we're just going to miss out that first upstroke. So what we'd have is a 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. So again, if we clap that before we do it, we get a 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, and we just do that on the E chord again. So what we got is a 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, you can see that I'm strumming the 2 downs on the first 2 beats. Just in between that, I'm bringing the pick back up, but I'm not strumming the strings on those first 2 beats. So what we get is a 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Really common pattern this, and it's surprising how much rhythm this actually adds to a song, just taking that first upstroke away. Okay, so let's try that exactly the same on those chords. So 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so that's that's your first pattern. The second pattern is another common one that I use in a load of my songs, and it's a down, down, up, up, down, up. So if you were counting that and clapping that, it'd be a 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. So that's a down, down, up, up, down, up. So let's try that on the chord. So we get there. Down, down, up, up, down, up. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. And if we see that how that works around with the beats, we got the 1, 2, 3. That's on an upstroke. 1, 2, 3 and. That's the next upstroke. 4 and. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. Okay, so once you get that one down, let's try that on the chord change. Okay, so take those patterns away, try them on different chord changes. Maybe if you're a little bit more advanced, try it around a few bar chord changes and things like that. But I think it really helps taking the patterns away from the song, and before we start, you know, applying it to the song, we've already got the pattern nailed and we understand the timing a little bit more. So there we go. Hope you all enjoyed that. Okay, so thanks very much for watching. I hope that lesson was useful, and my advice is, you know, instead of getting sort of bogged down with a song and trying to, you know, get the chord changes and the strumming pattern as a beginner, I think it's good to, as I said, step away from the song, work on a strumming pattern, even if it's on a single chord, get that pattern nailed, and then go back to the song. Obviously get all your chord changes nice and sharp, and then try and apply that pattern, slow things down, you know, rather than trying to do it all at once. That's always the way on the guitar. And another thing is just slowing things down as well, you know, really slow it down. You know, you don't have to play it at the right speed of the song. You know, if you can do it slow, speed will always come after. You know, it's good to get it slowly and accurately, not, you know, fast and messy. So there we go, that's my advice. So hope you all dug that. As I said, please subscribe, check out my Patreon page, and if you dig what I do, please spread the word. If you've got work colleagues who play guitar, or friends or family, please put them in my direction. I really appreciate that. And that just leads me to say, whatever time of day it is you're watching, maybe morning, day, night, thank you very much, and I'll catch you for a lesson very soon. Take care.